An Edmonton mother is accusing a local children's hospital of negligence. Her daughter was receiving an IV when something went wrong, and now she may never regain full function of her hand. CTV's Angela Jung reports.
How are you doing, Emmy?
3-year-old Emmy is recovering from open heart surgery. She was supposed to be released from hospital Monday, but now she's going under the knife again. Her mother, Jelena Gunther, says it's because of a mistake by hospital staff.
It hurts everything inside of me that this was avoidable, and now my daughter is going to go through weeks of intense pain.
On Friday night, Emmy was showing discomfort while receiving her IV. Emmy has Down syndrome and is nonverbal.
The only way she can tell us that something is wrong is by fussing and crying.
Emmy's brother is also being treated at the Stollery in the ICU. The single mother hasn't slept in days, so she arranged for her mother to stay with Emmy.
My mom texted me half an hour later saying something's not right. The nurses would come in and kind of, look at her and then walk back out. Nothing was really ever done.
Gunther says the next day a nurse discovered the IV had slipped out of Emmy's vein and into the skin. The chemicals burned her, leaving her with a swollen arm and a hand covered in blisters.
Their actions were negligent.
Alberta Health Services sent CTV a statement saying AHS has started a quality review of the care. We're very sorry about the complication that this little girl has experienced. Our standards of care should not result in this type of complication for any of our patients. Emmy will need up to 4 surgeries, and it's unclear if she will regain full function of her hand.
Right now, she mainly communicates through sign language. It's going to limit her speech and her ability to communicate.
Gunther would like to see the night shift nurses and doctors reprimanded. She also wants more thorough training to make sure no other child has to experience this kind of pain. Angela Jung, CTV News, Edmonton.
In the wake of recent racist remarks by President of the United States Donald Trump, studies by psychologists have proven that racism can have effects on people's mental health. Professor of psychology at UCLA, Edward Dunbar, says research shows that people who speak up generally feel better about themselves. The study published last year in the Journal of Psychophysiology shows arteries constrict when someone doesn't speak up against racist remarks, meaning the body reacts as if it was facing a threat. On the other hand, that same study shows that arteries expand when one expresses their true feelings when they do not agree. According to the Southern Poverty Law Center, sometimes people who make racist offensive remarks make them under the guise of a joke. Here are some tips on ways to deal with racist remarks. First, you can call the person in, which means starting a conversation rather than judgment. For example, hey, what you said doesn't seem accurate, here's why. You can tell the person, I'm sorry, what's so funny, or could you explain that term? You can also say, excuse me, or repeat back to the person what they said and ask them if that's what they really meant. Drinking alcohol at a young age could cause liver problems later in life. A new study tracked nearly 50,000 men from their late teens until their early 60s. Men who drank alcohol at an early age were more likely to develop severe liver disease or liver failure than non-drinkers. Those who consumed 2 or more drinks a day had the highest risk. Experts say the guidelines for safe alcohol use in men may need to be revised. It's not yet clear if this risk exists in women. Peak flu season has hit BC, and there are concerns about outbreaks across the province. But as the number of flu cases continues to rise, there are ways to limit your family's risk at home.
Right now, doctors are seeing the most visits they've seen due to flu-like illnesses in nearly a decade, with at least 30 flu-related deaths reported in kids this season alone, and with many families stuck inside.
When is this gonna end?
We set out to see what you can do to make your home a germ-proof zone. We went to the home of mother of 2 Liz Samuel and brought along Mount Sinai Hospital's director of ER, Peter Shearer.
I looked over at my son at the couch, and my heart broke, and I said to him, "You're not catching the flu."
We put a special powder called Glow Germ on her kids' hands to see just how quickly germs can spread on surfaces and let them go about their day. Then we used a special UV light to check out where those simulated germs went.
You can see right on his face. He's got germs all over the place. Wow, look at the remote control.
If someone's sick, they're sneezing, they're coughing, they're going to be shedding viral particles everywhere. So keep them away from the other kids.
So let's say nobody in the house has the flu. What should you be doing in your house to sort of flu-proof it?
frequent hand washing, cleaning the hard surfaces with something that has some antiviral cleaning qualities to it.
And there are germ hotspots you might not be thinking of.
All the handles on everything, which usually are hard surfaces, so the metal handles, if you have little kids, lower down.
What about towels like this?
You sort of hate to, but during flu season, it's probably more hygienic to have people drying their hands on paper towels rather than frequently everyone in the family drying on one towel. When was the last time anyone cleaned those? Never.
As paranoid as I've been, I have not thought about these, and these are probably the grossest things in the house now that I think of it.
Over in 13-year-old Isabel's room, one very helpful device, a humidifier.
That's going to be important because we do know that influenza survives less well in warmer, humidified air.
And one thing that caught us by surprise, gargling green tea. Dr. Shearer says it could help kill the virus.
Now, the studies that they've done haven't been very large studies, but they've it's something that also carries very little risk and is low cost.
Is one of your goals to lose weight in 2018? One of the hottest fitness trends this year is not going to the gym, instead bringing the gym to your home, taking your favorite classes when and where you want.
Hey, I'm JD. Welcome to Daily Burn 365.
Live stream workout classes are revolutionizing the fitness industry as we know it.
Elizabeth, you're going to work out with us today, right there, yeah? On Skype?
Yeah, absolutely.
Cardio, sculpt, dance, and even yoga boutique fitness classes.
Join live classes from your phone, your tablet, or your computer.
On demand and yes, live, streaming right to you in the comfort of your own home or wherever you may be.
This is the biggest trend that we're seeing in fitness in 2018. It might even be the biggest wellness trend of the entire year.
ClassPass, an NYC-based startup that offers its members access to over 8,500 gyms and studios, is the latest company jumping on the trend.
Great stuff at home. You guys keep this up. Keep this up.
For ClassPass, the vision has always been to make boutique fitness accessible for everyone, and this is just a natural extension of that.
What up, Francesca? I want to see you on that leaderboard.
Affordability is going to be a huge play. For the cost of one class in a lot of cities, you can now get access to a month's worth of unlimited classes. So that's a big sea change in the fitness space.
It's all part of a booming global digital fitness market.
Keep the breath strong. We're in that deep yellow.
All these workouts now available at your fingertips and on your own time. So get ready to discover your newest favorite routine.
We're going to take another quick break, but stay with us. Dahlia Ashby has your full weather forecast next.